Tombstone, Arizona Territory, November 9, 1883. A quiet, peaceful day. But Sheriff Clay Hollister wasn't lulled by the quiet. From experience, he knew it could be the quiet before a storm. And the storm was brewing a few miles away in the town of Quartz Hill, where Marshal Vern Fawcett was taking one of the notorious Holcomb brothers into custody.
All right, Holcomb. Up. I said up.
You sure you want me to do this, Marshal?
I'm sure. Now get up.
I'm gonna make you a deal. You forget all about this. And don't worry about that tin horn that said I did the killing. I'll take care of him. And then I promise you, Marshal, on my honor, nothing will happen to you.
What are you talking about? Do you think...
I don't think anything, lawman. I know. You just don't go around locking up one of us Holcombs. Especially Braid Holcomb. Didn't you hear about that back in Tombstone?
Yeah, I heard about the Holcombs a long time ago. Now let's go.
Then you're just not acting real smart, Marshal. Are you?
We'll see. Now move.
Once you lock me in that jail, you're a dead man. I'm not fooling with you. I'm telling you straight.
I'll take my chances. Now get in there.
You're not taking any chance. I just gave you the only one you're gonna get. Marshal! Open it. And fast! Thought you heard about the Holcombs. I warned you, nobody locks us up. And when they do, they gotta know more than you do. I'm gonna kill you, Marshal. Move.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. November 10, 1883. The news of the killing of Braid Holcomb by lawman Vern Fawcett had just hit the telegraph wires.
Morning, Harris. I guess the normal greeting for a newspaper editor is, any news?
When you're answering a sheriff, the reply usually is, it looks like there's trouble.
Uh-oh, what's that?
Dispatch from Quartz Hill. Vern Fawcett arrested Braid Holcomb. Holcomb apparently tried to escape. Vern killed him.
Oh. Killing anybody is unhappy business, even for a marshal in the line of duty.
It must be, because Vern turned in his badge yesterday. Quit cold.
Well, just because of the shooting?
Dispatch doesn't say. Just says that Holcomb's two brothers and their cousin are out gunning for Vern right now.
I didn't think Vern had run.
I don't know. They seem to think he's heading back to Tombstone.
I hope not. That could mean trouble for his family.
Yeah, family feuds come easy for gunslicks like the Holcombs.
And for some nice people, too, like the Fawcetts.
What do you mean?
Vern's brother and father come to a boil a lot quicker than some people. And if the Holcombs start riding them...
Yeah, you're right.
I'd best go out and talk to Ben and Gabe.
Good. I'll go with you. My horse is down at the livery stable. Why don't you pick me up as you pass that... Didn't waste any time getting here, did they?
They're gonna waste less time leaving. Wait here, Harris. Hunk? Yep. I guess this must be the cousin, huh? You boys have come to town looking for trouble. You can stop right here.
You mean that bushwhacker Fawcett? Even he wouldn't be fool enough to come here. Everybody knows this is where his family lives.
Then why have you come to Tombstone?
We thought we might mind our own business. You ever try that, Sheriff?
Yeah, once that I can remember. Isn't that why two of you spent last spring in jail here?
Yeah. Put on 6-7 pounds. Just eating, doing nothing.
Well, you go right on doing nothing. Because if you do anything, you'll be lucky just to wind up in jail.
Sheriff, you'd be surprised just how lucky we can be.
You got until dark to clear out and stay out.
And if we don't?
Then your luck will have run out. You've got less than 5 hours.
Trouble?
Could be. I'm gonna ride out and see Gabe and Ben. I'll be back as quick as I can. You keep an eye on them, right?
It's the sheriff, Pa.
So it is. Haven't seen Clay in quite a while. Well, good seeing you.
Gabe, Ben?
You looking for something, Sheriff?
Oh, no, just noticing your hand. For just the two of you, you do a real good job. You know, if I had a spread like this, I'd quit my job so quick it'd make your head spin.
Maybe, maybe not. The lawman in our family don't feel that way.
Maybe Vern does. When was the last time you heard from him?
We got a letter last week.
Clay, there's something on your mind. What is it?
You don't know?
No, what?
Vern turned in his badge yesterday.
Do you know why?
All we know is that he quit his job right after he killed Braid Holcomb. And Braid's two brothers and his cousin are out after him.
You saying Vern yellered out?
I'm not saying anything.
You're sure hinting it, though.
Ben, please. You figured Vern came back, huh?
I just hope that he hadn't.
Don't worry. The Holcombs show their ugly faces around here. They'll get them blown clear off.
Holcombs are my problem, not yours, either of you. Is that clear?
Listen, if they come gunning for us or Vern, then the only thing
Don't
to do...
get so all fired excited, Ben. You already seen the Holcombs?
They're around. And if Vern shows up, I want you to keep him out of sight.
You mean hide like he's scared? Maybe you think he is.
Clay, you're the law here, but you gotta do something fast. If we get in trouble with the Holcombs, we'll blow them clear into the next county.
You remember, Gabe. I've warned you.
Come on up to the house and see if your brother's home.
There?
Oh, they didn't even know what had happened. What about them?
They're still in the Alhambra.
Probably stoking up on Dutch courage.
Yeah. Think there'll be trouble even if Vern doesn't show up?
Even if. I hope he's 1,000 miles away from here by now.
Something wrong? You two look like you've just seen a ghost.
Maybe we have. Name of Vern Fawcett?
Ex-Marshal Vern Fawcett had returned to Tombstone. And a welcoming committee, comprised of the Holcombs, was waiting for him just across the street.
The way you two jumped when I came in, I thought maybe I'd done something wrong.
You have, Vern.
Wrong? In resigning?
Coming back to Tombstone.
I put his horse out back, Clay.
Thanks.
Why? I've got as much right to be here in Tombstone as the next man, even more.
Maybe he doesn't know what happened since he quit.
You think they ran me off? The Holcombs?
Something did. What?
I'll tell you what. That star that you're wearing. A badge that gives one man the right to gun another one.
It also makes a very good target. Men get killed wearing it.
You've shot men, Clay. I never did. You squeeze that trigger. You feel that gun jump in your hand. You watch a man as he crumbles, sprawls. Then you hear that rattle in his throat.
Vern,
Yeah?
the Holcombs are across the street right now, just waiting to get even. We're lucky they didn't see you when you rode up.
You mean you're letting them stay?
Not stay, just wait. Look, I don't like killing any more than you do. Killing or being killed.
Clay didn't want to do anything until he was sure you and your family were safe.
Where do you think you're going? Over there to face 3 guns? Are you prepared for that?
I'm going to ride out to the ranch. Maybe stop by and tell Sally I'm back.
Sally.
Sally Reed, my girl.
No, you're not. You're going out that back door and you're going to make tracks for Tucson.
Run out now when I know they're here?
I think that's what you want too, Vern. Look, it happens to everybody one time or another. Something about seeing another man die makes you sick. But there's nothing to be ashamed of in getting buck fever.
No matter how I feel, I can't run out on Sally, or my dad, or my brother.
You're not running out, Vern.
You just ride to Tucson. Sit tight. I promise you I'll talk to Ben and Gabe and make them understand that you're doing it for their sake.
And if I won't?
And you're going into one of those cells. Protective custody.
Don't you mean you're going to have to put me in?
You want to make a break? Go ahead. Try it.
No. I can't, Clay.
All right. Now, once you get to Tucson, you wire me. You'll be back in Tombstone just as soon as the Holcombs leave.
Road to Tucson goes by the crossroads to their ranch.
I know it. I'll make sure that he goes right on past. I'm going to follow him. I'm going to talk to Gabe and Ben. And once they know that he's in Tucson, they may follow him. Until we're sure that the Holcombs really are gone. Oh, and if they start making trouble, try to stall them until I get back.
This is driving me wild. We just can't go on waiting here forever. Here's your gun, Pa.
Get your own gun cleaned. If he's not here by the time you're ready, the 2 of us are going into town. We're not going to let him face 3 guns all by himself. All right, let's go. We'll cut across to the back road.
The back road, Pa?
If they are waiting for Vern or us, I don't figure to ride into a trap.
You're right. Maybe surprise will help us when it's 2 against 3.
Could be 2 against 4 if that sheriff gets in the way. Nobody's going to hang around gunning for us or Vern. Come on.
Let's sit down. I'll go take a look.
Anything?
No. We're running out of time.
I thought you were so sure that tin badge would run out and tell his old man we were here.
If they're waiting for us, we're sure not going to disappoint them. One more drink and we'll start riding. Gabe? Ben! Check again. Gabe, get off the street!
Get a gun. Gabe, get back here. I'll cover you.
Ben!
Looks like the Holcombs will be staying in town after all. She was alive.
You were right, Clay. Buck fever's like anything else. Give it the right medicine and it'll burn itself out.
Gabe! Well, how are you two fellas doing?
Well, Ben's fine, just a little nick.
Huh?
Doc Cunningham says I can throw this thing away pretty soon now.
Well, I got a fair exchange for you. I got one of these, says deputy. I'll trade it to you for that cane.
No thanks, Clay. I think I'll see how good I can do with a rope and a branding iron and Sally if she'll so have it.
She better have you or the whole Fawcett tribe will come after her roaring for trouble.
All I ask is when she says yes, you tell me. The epitaph can use a social, civilized item for a change.
Well, so long, though.
Bye.
Whistle me up
a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, June 6, 1882. The West spawned many different types of men, and one of the most dangerous was Whit Purcell.
Well, you're going to be as flashy as an Eastern dude.
Successful newspaper man should dress the part.
Well, the hat's all right, but, Harris, this coat.
What's wrong?
Vulture just rode into town.
Him? You joking? That's about the mildest looking man I've ever seen. He's not even wearing a gun.
Whit Purcell does his killing without one. He's what you might call a killer's agent. He makes his living by arranging for murders.
What do you mean?
Well, let's suppose a man has an enemy. Instead of handling it himself, he sends for Purcell.
And then what?
For $1,000, Purcell agrees to handle it. And then he sends for his partner, Stu Regan. Regan locates his victim, baits him into a fight, and guns him down.
And he and Purcell collect the money and move on. Nice business.
Yeah, and they make a fine combination. Regan's short on brains, but he's fast with a gun. Purcell can't shoot for sour apples, but he thinks quick.
And someone here in Tombstone must be marked for murder. Wonder who? And if he knows it. An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory.
Bartender, set up another round of drinks for the gang.
You figure on being in town long, Mr. Purcell?
Well, that all depends on how much time it takes me to finish my business. Here we go. Oh, afternoon, Sheriff. Would you care to join us in a friendly drink?
I don't feel very friendly.
Oh, now, that's no way to talk, Clay. Mr. Purcell's a visitor in our town.
A very temporary visitor. Now finish your drink and get out.
Well, Sheriff, what...
You can drop the act, Purcell. I've seen you operate before, in Dodge City. This is one town that you're not going to get away with murder.
Well, I think that's out of line, Clay.
When you start letting me run your bank, Eli, then I'll let you tell me how to handle my job.
Well, Sheriff, the way you're acting, somebody might think I'm a dangerous character.
Oh? What would you call a killer?
Well, now, that's very strong talk. Why, I don't even carry a weapon. Unless you count, this.
Let me give you some advice, Mr. Purcell. Get on your horse and get out now, while you still can.
I'll get out, Mr. Hollister, when I finish my business. Not before.
He's right, Clay. There are no keep-out signs posted at the city limits. You can't run a man out of town unless he's done something wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, that does make it harder.
Sheriff seems to have gotten out of the wrong side of the bed this morning. Let's drink to his recovery, huh?
Well, I take it you couldn't scare Purcell out of town.
Nope. I didn't figure it'd work, but it was worth a try.
What are you going to do now?
I don't know. For the first time since I put on this badge, I feel kind of helpless.
There ought to be some way.
I can't do anything until they make a move. By that time, it'll probably be too late.
If you only knew who they had in mind, you could at least warn him.
Yeah, that's part of the battle. But I gotta find out who hired him.
Well, you've got your problems. And I've got mine. Getting out a newspaper.
Just leave room for an obituary.
In Tombstone, I always do.
Oh, excuse me.
My fault, Mr. Ramsey. You got a heavy load there. Haven't seen you in town lately.
Been busy out the ranch.
Any news I can use the epitaph out your way?
No. No, nothing going on. I'll let you know if anything happens.
Thanks, I'd appreciate it. Hello, Tom. Thought I'd stop by and see if I could get anything for the epitaph.
Pardon me. You're Harris Clybourne of the epitaph, aren't you?
That's right.
Well, you're just the man who can help me out. I suppose you've heard about my run-in with the sheriff this morning.
Well, there's been some talk.
Well, that's what I was afraid of. I'd like to call on your good offices, if I may. Bartender, would you give me the... Oh!
Well, what's the matter with you, mister? You just spilled it.
Well, I'll give him another drink, will you? I'm awfully sorry.
I just don't understand people like you.
Oh, what'd you do that for? I apologized.
You know, for a little man, you got a mighty big mouth. From now on, keep it shut.
Why, you stupid lummox. You want trouble?
I said put a halter on that lip.
Leave him alone.
You keep out of this.
I don't like to see anybody pushed around.
Looks to me like you're trying to make his business yours, mister.
I'm not looking for any trouble. I'm not running from it either.
Oh, now. Forget it, Mr. Clybourne. No reason for you to get mixed up in this.
He started this. Maybe he'd like to finish it.
I sure would.
I'm not armed.
Don't trouble yourself none about that, mister. I carry an extra. Now you have a gun. Use it. Well, go on. Move your hand a little closer to it. I'm not gonna draw. Yet. Well, go ahead. I'm waiting.
There's not going to be any shooting unless you want to take me on.
That's how it started.
I know how it started, Mr. Purcell.
It's my gun.
Well, you ought to be more careful what you do with it.
What do you mean?
Now, you've heard of cases where men were shot with their own guns?
Oh, that wouldn't have happened.
Maybe not.
Thanks.
Oh, you handled that very nicely, Sheriff.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, Mr. Clyburn, I'm sorry that we didn't get a chance to have our talk.
Some other time.
Well, I'll be looking forward to it.
Remind me to stay out of saloons.
You act like what I told you's a joke. Now, will you stay away from Purcell?
You act like it was my fault. I was standing there. He came up to talk to me. I figured I'd let him talk.
Now, and a couple of seconds later, that skinny gun hawk showed up. Is that right?
Yeah. It all started with practically nothing.
That's where you're wrong. That whole fight was planned down to the last detail. About 2 seconds more, and you'd have been nothing but an obituary notice in your own newspaper. That fella you had the run-in with? That's Stu Regan.
Stu Regan?
Yeah. We know he's in town to kill somebody. Well, he almost accomplished his purpose.
Me?
Well, he's not going to waste time picking fights with strangers unless he's hired to.
Me? Oh, why?
Well, let's find out. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is sign Fred here to stick as close to you as possible.
You really think I need him, Clay?
Well, after what almost happened in the Oriental, yes. Remember, Harris, $1,000 is a lot of money. For a man like Regan, killing's an easy way to earn it.
Purcell really made me take the bait, didn't he?
Yeah. A little man with a smile on his face and murder in his heart.
There ought to be some way to stop those two. I'm rather personally interested now.
Until an actual attempt is made on your life, there's nothing I can do.
Well, that's just dandy.
At least you know it's you they're out to get. Most of Regan's victims don't even have that privilege.
I don't feel so honored.
Harris, can you think of anybody that might want to kill you?
Newspaper editor make. Well, come on, bird dog. Way to get out.
I guess I'll tag along with two of you. Yeah? So, you know, it's a real nice... Hollister.
Well, hello, Hollister. How's the fair city of Tombstone? Quiet, I hope?
It has been lately. Now that you and Regan are in town, I'm looking for change.
You've got Stu and me all wrong.
Oh? You know, sooner or later, you're going to make a mistake. I'll wait.
Well, good for you. Nice talking to you, Hollister.
Here you are, sir. Afternoon, Clay.
Well?
I don't think there's any mail for you, but I'll...
No, I want some information.
Glad to be of help.
A couple of minutes ago, a little fat fella, always smiling, picked up a letter. I want to know who sent it and from where.
Wish I could tell you, Clay.
Look, Will, this could be important. It could help to save a man's life. You do know who sent it, don't you?
Matter of fact, I do. It was mailed right here at the post office this morning. This is confidential, remember? After all, he put a stamp on it, makes it official mail.
Will you trust me, Will?
Martin Ramsey left it. It was addressed to a man named Whit Purcell, the little fat man you spoke of. Ramsey told me he'd be by to pick it up.
Oh, thanks, Will.
Confidential, remember? A postal clerk is sort of like a doctor about these things.
Well, Doc, let's hope you just saved a life.
There must be some mistake.
The letter was sent by Ramsey and picked up by Purcell. The connection's obvious.
I hardly know Ramsey. I haven't spoken to Ramsey 3 times in my life. Now, why would he want me killed?
What do you know about him?
Not too much. He bought the Salter Ranch. He's a quiet man, keeps to himself. Doing very well, so I've heard.
Well, think back. Maybe you can place him.
Clay, like I said before, a newspaper editor makes a great many enemies.
Yeah. Maybe somebody you exposed in the newspaper and sent to jail. A man you had a fight with.
Sent to jail. Martin Connors, he was a lawyer. I helped send him to prison for embezzlement when I was working on a paper in St. Louis. It couldn't be. Connors didn't look a thing like Ramsey.
Well, how long ago was that?
A little over 10 years, I guess.
Well, 10 years in a prison term can change a man considerably.
Well, without his beard, younger, maybe 20 pounds lighter, it's possible.
Well, Martin Ramsey or Martin Connors doesn't make much difference. The important thing is we know who hired Regan and Purcell.
Well, frankly, I don't feel much better off. I've still got a loaded gun at my head.
I wonder how this would look on me.
Well, this is a fine time to be talking about haberdashery.
You know what they say, clothes make the man. Hey, that's pretty good. I think I'll order one from Chicago.
Look, if it'll get your mind back to the problem, you can have the hat. You can have the coat, too, if it's any help.
Well, thanks. I think it will. They are about the same size in the chest. Sleeves are a little short, though. How's it look?
Like a newspaper editor who's about to be shot.
Good. Let's hope that Regan thinks the same way.
Oh, now, wait, Clay. I don't want you taking my bullet.
Harris, I don't want either one of us to take a bullet. But shooting's my job. Yours is writing obituaries, remember? Here's what I want you and Fred to do.
Will you stop worrying? Regan knows his business. There's no substitute for experience. There he is now. I guess you owe us $1,000, Mr. Ramsey.
Evening, Mr. Ramsey. Happen to be in the neighborhood, so Fred and I thought we'd drop in on you for a while. Well, Mr. Purcell, this is a surprise.
Nice seeing you again. Maybe we can finish up that talk we were going to have.
Oh, a lot of things are going to be finished up before this night's over. It never occurred to me before, Mr. Ramsey, but you look a great deal like a man I used to know in St. Louis. A fellow by the name of Connors.
Oh? I don't think I ever heard of him.
I didn't think you had.
Well, gentlemen, if you'll excuse me, I have an appointment in town.
Sit down, Mr. Purcell. And you too, Ramsey. Sit down. We have some more company coming. I think we should all be here to greet them.
Clybourne. Walking alone in the dark can be dangerous. Didn't anybody ever tell you that? Scared? You should be. Because we're finishing up what we started in the bar. I see your arm this time. Make your move.
This time you have the privilege. Now earn your money.
Well, you didn't earn it.
Hollister. Yeah, looks like you'll live a long time. But you won't need this in prison. Well, let's get that shoulder doctored up. You and I are going visiting.
Wondering who it is, Mr. Purcell? I was getting worried.
Yeah, I was a little worried, too. You're both under arrest.
On what charge?
Conspiracy to commit murder.
Well, it takes proof to convict a man, Sheriff. I don't think you have any.
Oh? Well, some men just don't like to sit in prison alone. Regan did a lot of talking. Brad? All right, Ramsey, you two.
You are Martin Connors, aren't you? Why did you want to have me killed?
Well, I was afraid you'd recognize me.
As far as I'm concerned, you'd paid for your crime. You went to prison. I had no reason to expose you.
You mean you didn't know I'd escaped?
We do now. Let's go.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, May 31, 1885. Wait. Jake Conroy's back in town. I just saw him.
So?
The talk is he's back in town to kill you, since you were the one who sent him up.
Well, never expected to catch the two of you together. Must be my lucky day.
Oh, Jake, I understand you're going to call me out.
Don't listen to gossip, Hollister. I'm not here to kill anybody.
Oh? Prison changed you, huh?
Yeah. Clybourne, I want to run an ad in the paper. One of those one-liners. Expert wheelwright wants job.
You? A wheelwright?
I learned it at Yuma. You gonna run the ad or not?
Sure, I'll run it. I'm all for any man who wants to go straight.
And Hollister, if any joker wants to blame me for something again, you know better, see?
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone territory. The morning of May 31, 1885 got off to a fast start. A man had been shot and killed on his way to work.
Find anything? Yeah, just that Bert was on his way to work. Killer waited for him to get by and then shot him. Must have stood over there.
How do you know?
Well, the ground's all mussed up, like he got fidgety waiting.
Well, here's a slug Doc Cunningham took out of his back. Not much to go on.
Great. Can't be more than a couple of 138-40s in town.
Old Bert Henry. Who'd want to kill him?
Maybe Harry Dunbar can give us something to go on.
Looks like some folks are in for a spell of waiting for that, baby. Also looks like I came to the right place at the right time.
Haven't I seen you before?
Maybe, maybe not. The point is, I'm a wheelwright. You need one bad.
Oh, no, I don't. I've got the best man in town, Bert Henry.
Well, Bert's not working here anymore. Somebody gunned him down.
Bert?
I was in Hollister's office when he was shot. Word is spreading all over town. That's why I thought...
Hi, Harry. Well, you didn't waste any time getting here, I see.
Somebody's got to take the fellow's job. Might as well be me.
Got any idea who shot him down, Clay?
No, not yet. All I know is he was ambushed on his way here. He died in Doc Cunningham's office.
Why would anybody want to kill Bert? He didn't have much money. I remember you now. You're Jake Conroy. You're a gunslinger. Well, I don't want any thugs around my place. Shove off, Conroy.
Now, Mr. Dunbar, I wouldn't take that tone. You're in a jam. You need me. Hollister, tell him I'm in the clear.
That's right, Harry. He was in my office when it happened. He couldn't have done it. He was telling me that he spent his time up at Yuma learning to be a wheelwright.
I don't think that I could ever trust an ex-con.
Mr. Dunbar, have you ever been in prison?
Of course not.
Then you don't know what it takes for a man to buckle down and learn a trade late in life. To tell himself he's going to go honest and above board.
All right, Conroy, I'll give you a break, but I warn you, the first false move and you're finished.
It's a deal, Mr. Dunbar. And in a week, you'll be begging me to stay.
Dunbar handles a lot of important business. Stage line, couple 3 mining outfits. Now Jake Connick.
Don't you believe his story about going straight?
It's a wheelwright, so he steps into the dead man's job.
Well, you know Jake couldn't have done the killing.
Yeah?
I think we have to give him a chance.
Kind of like recommending Billy the Kid for president of the First National Bank.
Ah.
I'll feel better if I check on him.
Don't seem warped to me. Looks like a fair to middling job.
What do you want?
George West been in? The West Consolidated Mining Company?
What about him?
When he comes to town, he leaves his buggy here. Saw him on Allen Street.
No thing about it.
Well, you work here. You know the customers.
I'm not in the habit of giving information to strangers. Now get out of here. Come on.
What's the trouble?
Get out!
What was it, Jake?
Just a bum asking questions. Didn't like his looks, gunslinger type. Look, told you I'd have her finished by quitting time. Give me a shot.
Hello, Mr. West.
How do you do?
Bartender, I'll have another drink at the table. Mr. West. Not till I have my say.
All right, what is it?
Remember me? Holby Jones. I used to be a miner. Before you accused me of stealing silver or before you had me sent to the pen for something I didn't do.
Well, this is preposterous.
You're gonna pay for what you did to me,
All
Mr.
right,
West.
head for the street.
I ain't packing a gun. You are.
I can fix that. Now, are you gonna go out in the street? I ought to break you in two. But I'm a peaceable man. I'm giving you one last chance to go out in the street.
You ought to break me in two, but you're yellow.
Somebody better go to the sheriff.
Yeah. Let Hollister pick up the pieces.
All right, Jake, you're under arrest.
What for? I didn't do anything. He started it. I had to protect himself.
Don't give me that. Let's go.
Just a moment, Sheriff. He's right. That man mistook me for somebody else. He accosted me. This man stepped in on my behalf.
Thanks, Mr. West. Thanks. I got in trouble a few years ago. You know how lawmen are. Once they get you pegged, they hate to see you come unpegged.
Mr. West, you want to prefer an assault charge against this man?
No, no. Just lock him up and let him sleep it off for the night.
Real high and mighty, ain't you, Mr. West?
Let's go.
Good man, Hollister.
The best. Guess I'd be suspicious of everybody, too, if I had his job.
I'm grateful to you, Conroy. If ever you need work, come around and see me.
Thanks. But I'm working for Harry Dunbar right now. I'm a wheelwright.
Wheelwright?
I noticed that buggy of yours. Anytime you want it fixed, bring it around. I'll treat it right.
All right.
We seen you, Mr. West.
Oh, Conroy, your gun.
No, thank you. Don't know why I wear it. I guess we've got to protect ourselves in Tombstone. We found that out.
We did find it out.
Thank you.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, July 7, 1884. The date that marked the arrival of Barton Clark, Jr.
How do you like the West, Barton?
From what I've seen, it should be very interesting. Glad my father was finally convinced that I should learn more about life. Under controlled conditions, of course.
Oh?
Oh, Dad's quite a remarkable man.
Yeah, I can vouch for that, Clay. I had wanted Barton here to help me out over at the epitaph, but...
Well, no offense, Mr. Cliburn, but I certainly would like a job here.
Here?
Yes, sir. Could I be one of your deputies?
Well, Lee here's my regular, and I have other good, experienced men to call on.
Well, I'll do anything for no pay.
All right. If you don't mind starting at the bottom, I guess I could use a handyman, jailer.
Do I get to wear one of these?
Well, no, I'm afraid you'll have to wait for that. My ceiling couldn't stand it.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
The afternoon of July 7, 1884. Clay Hollister painstakingly explained the operation of the sheriff's office. Barton Clark, Jr. was a good student.
Now, there's certain rules of safety that have to be observed with the prisoners. Remember, they're all in there for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Now, you always walk down the center of the corridor, never close to the cell doors. And since you won't be wearing a gun for a while, always carry this. If anybody should make a grab for you, a good whack across the forearm will make them pull back. Now, you never go back there alone carrying the keys. Till we've got you broken in, Lee or I will lock up and release all the prisoners. These guns are all unloaded. We do have a trouble gun. Thought I'd tell you just in case.
Time to make the rounds. You want to tag along, lawman? Learn more about life?
I'll go along with you. You got any questions?
No, not at the moment, sir.
Sure. You might show me a little respect, too, Deputy.
Yes, sir.
Late afternoon, July 7, 1884. Tombstone's Tivoli Saloon.
Keep your eyes open. Mi amor, mi corazón.
Clay.
This the new boy? Finish your drink, Rose.
Rose?
Yeah. Rosa Rio Bravo.
Shall we go?
Take her in, Lee. I want to check around. She probably got more men staked out.
Rose of Rio Bravo, wanted for crimes from rustling to robbery, and with a record of countless love affairs and daredevil escapes, was again under lock and key.
Well, here we are again, Clay.
Yeah, you must feel quite at home.
I've seen better. And worse. You know that.
Well, I hope you're comfortable. Mi amor. She's gonna need some privacy till they pick her up from Texas. Hang up some blankets at night.
Yes, sir.
Who'd ever think of that slip of a girl as a rose of the Rio Bravo?
Dynamite comes in little packages.
Rio Bravo?
Mexican name for the Rio Grande below the border. According to reports, she drove thousands of head of cattle across the Bravo while the customs officials slept.
Or, thanks to her charms, looked the other way.
You sure seem to know an awful lot about her, Clay.
Well, it's my business to know about wanted people.
You spent some time in Texas before you came here, didn't you?
That's right, Harris. Lee, you book her. I'm gonna wire El Paso.
Mr. Hollister, what do you want me to do?
Get the suppers.
I think I got everything.
Well, we won't have to feed her long. She'll be hearing from El Paso in the morning.
Hold it, kid.
Yeah, you've always got to count the silverware. Bent forks open many a lock. Oh, and incidentally, be careful of Rose. She's walked out of stronger jails than this one.
Yes, sir.
It's over here.
Supper, ma'am.
Just pass it through. Thank you.
Welcome.
Did you take out the loads?
Yes, sir. Only a tenderfoot would fiddle around with a loaded gun.
You better go pick up the dishes.
Yes, sir. You didn't eat much.
I can see you don't eat here.
Oh, no. The editor and I, Mr. Clyburn, are going to have dinner later at the Maison Dorée.
Must be very expensive.
I really don't know yet. I just opened an account. I guess I'll find out.
You're very interesting for a lawman. You dress well. I like that.
Thank you.
Would you do me a favor?
Anything. Within reason.
Well, I'm tired of these things. I guess they weren't a very good disguise anyway.
What's this?
My sizes and what I need to be a woman again.
One petticoat, one pair.
You don't mind shopping for a lady, do you?
Oh, no.
Here.
Keep it. You keep it, Rose. You're in enough trouble already.
Thank you.
The morning of July 10, 1884. Young Clark was showing an impressive dedication to his job.
Well, you're gonna earn that badge yet. How's everybody in the hotel?
Rose isn't up yet.
Well, you see, being in jail is kind of like being in the Army. You rise and shine for morning inspection.
Morning, Miss Smiley.
Anybody home?
Be right there.
I Everybody's accounted for. You better get the breakfasts.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You have good taste. You like it?
Oh, yeah. I better get your breakfast.
And bring mine, too.
Barton. She'll be going back to Texas real soon.
Yes, sir.
The evening of July 15. Extradition proceedings were delayed. Rose of Rio Bravo had been in the Tombstone jail a week.
I'm lucky.
What'll they do to you?
That's my worry. Oh, you don't have to. How much does that make it anyway? $500. I don't think I've ever seen that much money. Not that it'll do me much good now.
What about the cattle?
What cattle?
The stolen cattle. You did steal them, didn't you?
You believe that, too? Let me tell you the truth, Barton. My father used to bring in cattle from Mexico and drive them north to market. It was a way of life. Then came the crooked politicians. Pay 50 cents a head to drive them into the Rio Bravo. Another 50 cents a head to get them on American soil. Tribute to Mexican officials, tribute to American officials. So what do?
That still doesn't give you the right to steal.
Steal? You drive them across at night and risk being shot at in the bargain. Graft, nothing but graft on both sides of the border.
What about the other men?
What other men?
No.
Men just seem to want to marry me. I win again.
Yeah.
Want a deal? Cut. Yes, Mr. Clark.
I don't want to play anymore.
I don't want to play anymore either. Don't fall in love with me.
I already have.
Mi amor, mi corazón.
The night of July 16, 1884.
I, got a little something for you.
Hey, you're making me a deputy.
Oh, well, not yet. You're still a jailer, but now it's official. You come a long way since that day you shot the hole in my ceiling.
Congratulations, Mr. Clark.
I got a wire, Dad. He'll get a real wallop out of this.
Clay.
Yelly.
Night wire. Extradition papers are in order. Deputy will be through tomorrow on his way to Texas to pick up Rose.
You know, it seems a shame that a bright, pretty girl like Rose ever got started on a career like hers.
Yeah. Call it a night, Lee. I'll take the late rounds.
Right.
Hey, Lee. What'll they do to her?
Well, in Texas, they got a lot of rope.
They'll hang her?
Been known to hang a man for stealing one horse. No telling how many herds she spirited across the border.
Yeah, well, maybe she had her reasons.
Yeah, money.
Yeah, but a hanging.
Hey, Barton. You better call it a night, too.
Yes, sir.
Barton Clark Jr. didn't call it a night. There were still more questions that had to be answered.
What about the robberies?
Well, what about them?
How do you explain them? I want to know.
You want to know. What about the robberies? What about the men? What about the cattle? Well, let me ask you a question, Barton Clark Jr. What right have you to know? I'm not on trial before you. What right do you have to ask me all these things?
Because I don't want you to hang, that's why.
I don't want to hang either. Above all, I don't want to hang now. There's nothing you can do.
I'm not going to let you hang. Here, you'll need money. You better take this.
Barton, come with me.
I can't. We'll meet later. I'll try to cover this somehow. I better check outside.
No, Rose. Not this time.
Let's go. Let's go.
July 17, 1884. Still no leads?
Lee's checking. He sure gave up an awful lot for her.
I don't know what to wire his father.
Well, he wanted Barton to learn about life, didn't he? With Rose, he's learning. How much money do you have with him?
I don't know, a few thousand, I guess. He's got a fortune set up for him in trust, his inheritance.
Yeah, at least she can't get her hands on that.
How's ahead?
Fine, fine.
Clay,
Yeah?
your wire's paid off. They took a train from Tucson to Los Angeles.
Los Angeles?
Yeah, he's probably trying to lose themselves in the city. Well, they're about to be found. It was my favorite gun.
I'm going with you.
It's up to you.
I gotta. His father said something else. I took it as a joke at the time. Doesn't seem so funny now. He said not to let him get killed.
I hope he doesn't.
Clay Hollister and I took the stage to Tucson and the first train to Los Angeles. July 21, 1884, the city of angels. But the girl we were looking for didn't wear wings. July 22. If they were still in Los Angeles, they had covered their whereabouts well.
Well, there's not many hotels left. I'll go check those at the other end of Main
All right,
Street.
remember, she's probably disguised as a boy. No, I was wrong. She's disguised as a lady.
See you tonight?
Right.
I wonder where Barton is.
I'll say this for her, she's here fast on her feet.
I hoped Rose would lead us to Barton. Straightening him out was as important to me as capturing the outlaw queen.
Rose. Where have you been?
Shopping. The dresses had to be altered.
Come in, please. thought we'd better eat in. Maybe leave for San Francisco tomorrow. We can't be too careful.
I don't want to leave yet.
Well, I have a feeling we should.
Can we afford San Francisco?
I found somebody that would cash one of my checks. Dad'll be finding out about it soon. I'll get a job.
The house detective informed us 2 people answering their descriptions registered under different names. We warned him that they were armed.
Locked, but they're in there.
Is there any other way in?
Balcony.
Show me. You wait here.
Clay, no shooting unless you have to.
Naturally, I've been thinking how wrong it was, what we did back there. Yet I've never been happier.
You're a smart young man, Barton. Don't trust me too far.
It's too late.
To us?
Here, open it.
It's beautiful. $20 gold piece.
As long as you wear it, we'll never go broke. Read the inscription.
I think I can tell you what it says. Mi amor, mi corazón, huh? My love, my heart. All right, Harris, keep an eye on her. She's got my other gun around here somewhere. Barton, let's go. Your father will be wondering where you are.
Hold it!
The night of July 22, 1884.
Where's Rose?
He's in jail again.
Dad always said look for the good in people. There's a lot of good in Rose. A lot of bad in me, I guess. Sorry, Clay.
You better not talk anymore.
You're a newspaper man. You have a pencil and paper. My last will and testament. I'll leave all my inheritance to Rose.
Well, Barton, your will won't be necessary. The doctor says you're going to live.
But I'll have to take you back. There are going to be charges.
I can face those. It's Dad.
I don't blame you. But remember, like you said, he's a remarkable man. He's asleep.
He's going to be all right. It won't take him as long to get over that bullet hole as it will to get over Rose.
How long did it take you? Or did you? Rose of Rio Bravo was sentenced to 10 years in prison by a sympathetic male jury. She was soon released by the warden, who developed a keen interest in her case.
Mi amor, mi corazón.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory. Whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The night of May 19, 1882.
Get back inside!
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. Sunday, May 20, 1882. The Tombstone Bank had been robbed in the dark hour before dawn, and an innocent bystander had been killed by the fleeing gunman.
Todd, stay here. Sam and I are riding down to the Jensen's. Cover us.
Dan, there are 3 riders up on the hill, and 2 of them have started down.
Yeah?
Maybe you better get your gun.
You expecting trouble?
Are you? The man in the lead is riding a sorrel like Ben rides.
Inside, honey.
No.
I said inside.
And I said no.
Look, do you trust me?
Yes, I trust you, Dan, but I'm going to stay.
Somebody up the hill told us this was the Jensen farm. I guess you must be Dan Jensen. And you, lady, you must be Hope Jensen.
You want something?
Sort of. But it's business. Or when men talk, most ladies leave the room. All right, tell her, Danny. Tell her you asked us here. The sooner she leaves us alone, the sooner we go.
Go ahead, honey. Go on. Go ahead. Just shut your mouth. What do you want?
Give him the bag.
Why?
I'm appointing you my banker, Danny. Go on, take it, boy. It'll make you the richest banker in the territory.
I said why.
Because I told you to. Because that girl in there deserves a chance to spend the rest of her life with you. And she'll do anything you say, Danny. You just take that money here and put it away for your friends, and there won't be any trouble. If you don't, there's nothing but trouble.
Why me, Ben? You could...
No more arguments. I said give him the bag.
When will you be back?
When I think it's time.
You swear no trouble if I do it.
That's what I said. Come on.
Oh, I was just leaving you a note.
What about?
About the bank. Any news?
Yeah, it was robbed.
Well, thanks for the exclusive. But everybody in town already knows that.
Does everybody in town know who did it?
No. But they suspect you'll find out.
And I'll find out who killed the handyman.
Now, take it easy, Clay. It's not your fault the bank was robbed.
It's somebody's fault, Harris. 3 men ride into town, break into the bank, kill a man, and just ride out of town again. And you know why they thought they could get away with it? Because there's just me and 1 deputy to take care of the whole...
Sheriff Hollister, I'm Hope Jensen. I'd like to talk to you whenever...
Come in, ma'am. This is Harris Clyburn, editor of the Epitaph.
Miss Jensen.
You got here just in time to stop me from blowing my top.
He means you almost got here in time.
I'll talk to you later. Just wait till you hear me on the subject of newspaper prices.
It's nice to meet you, Miss Jensen.
Thank you.
Will you sit down, ma'am? Now, how may I help you?
Sheriff. Look inside. Is it from the bank?
Maybe you better tell me.
Well, 2 men rode into our place this morning. With that. They gave it to my husband. He hid it. I watched. Later I found it and I brought it here. Sheriff, I don't know why Dan took it. I just want you to help him.
Now, Mrs. Jensen,
please.
getting
I'm
upset
afraid.
isn't going to help. Now, please sit down. Now, Dan, he's your husband?
Yes. We have a farm 9 miles out on the Benson Road. These 3 men.
You said 2.
Oh, did I? Well, there were 3.
Then why did you say 2?
Well, only 2 rode in. The other man stood as a kind of lookout, I guess.
I see. Did you know them?
No. No, I don't know them.
Did your husband?
No.
Quint. Yeah, Clay. Lock that in the safe. This is my deputy, Quint, Mrs. Jensen.
Ma'am?
Now, I suggest you stay here until I get back. Your husband, Dan, will be with me. Dan Jensen?
Yeah.
I'm Clay Hollister. You the sheriff? That's right. I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Your wife's in my office, Mr. Jensen.
Why?
She brought me something.
You know what? Well, what'd she bring you?
Money. A whole sack full of it. The money belongs to the Tombstone Bank. Would you like to tell me why you had it, Mr. Jensen? Your wife has already told me how you got it, but I want to hear it again from you. I'm waiting, Mr. Jensen.
Hope's in your office?
That's right.
Well, this is the truth, Sheriff. I kept the money because they threatened Hope. She didn't know that, but they meant it. I know them.
You do?
Yeah, I do.
Let's go.
Don't move, Sheriff. There are 2 guns pointed at you. So you told the law, huh, Danny?
No. Now listen to me a minute, Ben.
Listen? Listen to what? He give you our money, lawman?
Your money?
Where is it, Dan?
I don't know.
You don't. Get off that horse. You too, Dan. Take his guns. The sheriff even itches himself. Kill him. The money.
I haven't got it.
Who has? Where is it? Dard, find out where it is.
You're wasting your time, Ben.
How do you know?
Because it's where you can't get it.
Hold it. Where? The truth, the money's back in Tombstone. How did you get it? Your wife. I warned you, Dan.
You can't hurt her. She's safe.
Safe, in Tombstone. So you got the money, huh, Sheriff? She brought it to you. Well, Sheriff, we've got you. Tell me, what do you think you're worth? I figured just about as much as you stole from us.
It might not work.
You better hope it does, Sheriff. Sit down. Let's see how well you can write, Sheriff.
You call it.
Being detained. Still alive. Give bearers the money, or I'm dead. Sign it. Clay Hollister. You write well, Sheriff.
You sound like you've had lots of experience with this sort of thing.
Todd, you and Sam take him into town. Get that money back. Well, if they don't, they've got a dead sheriff.
What do you mean, take him with us?
Just that. Ride right up to the sheriff's office, but one of you stay outside with him. Make it look like he's one of us.
Suppose he tries.
He won't, because one of you is going to be in a position to kill his wife. And I'll kill his friend here for sure. He knows that, don't you, Danny?
Suppose they try and follow us.
They won't. Make it clear, any tricks is no deal. They never get Hollister.
After we get the money, what about him?
Bring him back.
Yeah, then what?
Well, Danny Boy's going to ride with us for a while.
And?
I'll let you know later. Now get moving. A lot of money for a dead sheriff.
You sound real pleased, Ben.
Why not?
Well, the way I see it, the odds have changed. They're 1 to 1 now.
Later the same day, May 20, 1882.
A note from your sheriff.
Being detained but still alive. Give them the money or I'm dead. Clay Hollister. What's the meaning of this?
Just what it says. Hollister, he won't be back. Not unless we get the money. Dan outside. He told me to tell you that.
You're lying. Dan wouldn't say that.
Go to the door. Ask him yourself. But no further. I wouldn't. Because if I don't come out, the others will blast their way in here. And if we don't all come back, you do have a dead sheriff.
Dan, is it true? Is it true?
Do what he says. Give him the money.
You all heard him. The money.
supposing we do give you the money? How do we know you won't kill him?
You don't. I guess that's a chance you'll have to take. Of course, you've got some time to think it over. I'm giving you 30 seconds, starting now.
I'll give him the money. Can't be any more killing. Tell him to give it to him.
You've only got 15 seconds.
Please give him the money.
Why? What guarantee can you give us they won't kill Clay even if we do?
He said so.
He did.
Time's up. What's it gonna be?
Quint, open the safe. Give him the money. You agree?
Yeah, I have to agree.
You did the right thing.
We'll soon see, won't we?
Yeah. Try anything. Follow me, and your sheriff's a dead man.
Maybe they got lost, Ben. Or maybe you've got this thing figured all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, if your boys like money as much as you do, they might be on their way over the border with it right now.
Don't try that on me, Hollister.
Well, you can't blame them. Everything they know, they learn from you.
Shut up.
Yeah, and once they're over the border, they're rich men. And you? You'll just be a killer who's gonna hang for his killing.
I'm warning you, Hollister.
Well, you better do it fast. Because if your boys are on their way back here and my deputy is following them, they might hear the shot. They'd come riding in here.
You're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you right now.
No, you're not. Not until you get your money, you're not. You see, you might need me. They might demand another note before they turn it over to you.
Yeah, you got that figured right. It's getting late.
Frankly, I'm in no hurry for him to get back. The odds are still 1 to 1.
But I've got the gun.
I can wait. Can you?
We haven't much time. Why did you come to the sheriff, Miss Jensen? Who sent you?
No one sent me.
Did your husband send you?
No. And he didn't kill the man in the robbery because he wasn't there.
If what you say is true, he can't be too deeply involved. Not yet. At most, he's an accessory to a robbery.
What are you trying to say?
Only that if you know anything that you're not telling us about the men involved in this, you'd be helping your husband by saying so.
Well, maybe you're right. But there's a man dead. And if Dan had anything to do with it, they might hang him, and I can't help hang my husband.
And what happens to him if Clay Hollister is killed?
I can't tell you anything.
And your husband? You feel you're helping him?
I don't know. All I know is he's alive, and I want to make sure that he stays that way. At any cost.
Tell me one thing. How do you decide?
Decide what?
Who's to live and who's to die? That's what you're doing, you know. And you haven't the right. No one has.
I don't care who lives or dies. I only care about Dan and me.
So you're willing to kill someone who tried to help him and you?
No, I'm not.
Yes. Yes, you are.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Miss Jensen. I don't want to hurt you. But I do want to save a life.
There were 3 men. 2 of them you've seen. I don't know them, but the leader is a man called Ben. Ben Jensen. He's Dan's brother.
His brother?
He has a place out near ours, to the east.
The first place to the east?
Yes. It's best you approach it from the corral side.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
Let me see it. You think you're smart, don't you?
One to one and no gun. I like it that way.
I'll get him. Don't go for your gun, Todd. Forget it. On your feet. Hold it. Drop the gun. Where's Dan Jensen?
He's wounded. The editor's back there with him.
Take care of these 2. There's one more inside that I want to see to personally.
Editor, there is no excuse. You know the price of newspaper.
Sheriff, I just came from the hospital and Dan's going to be all right.
Oh, good.
Looks like our troubles are over. I want to thank you.
Well, at least Ben Jensen won't be troubling you anymore. Looks like he'll be staying right here for good.
I'm sorry I had to be so rough, Miss Jensen, but I'm surprised.
You're surprised?
Well, if you thought your husband was being pressured by someone, why didn't you talk it over with him? Like a husband and wife.
You never would have thought he was part of that gang if you had.
Well, maybe it's a lesson that Dan and I have learned. Well, goodbye and thanks again. You wives must be terribly understanding. I mean, for you to be able to tell them everything.
Oh, well, I'm not...
Me either.
I didn't think so.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
November 28, 1883. Cottonwood Canyon, a short distance from Tombstone, Arizona Territory. An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die. Tombstone Territory. November 29, 1883. Whenever Doc Cunningham broke into a run, it was certain to be a matter of life or death.
Clay, Tom Belden's been shot.
Where is he? How bad's he hurt?
Cottonwood Canyon Trail. Well, he's in bad shape. The payroll money for the ranch is gone, too.
That figures. Why didn't you bring him in?
He's hurt too bad. He must have laid there all night. Miss Belden told me to go out looking for him.
All right. Quint, you keep an eye on things around here.
All right, Clay.
Doc, you and Riker get a buckboard. We'll need it to bring Tom in.
You don't mind if the epitaph rides along?
Out of it rides fast.
The morning of November 29, 1883. Tom Belden's assailant had done his work well.
He's dead.
You said he was conscious briefly when you found him. Did he say anything?
He could hardly talk. All he said was, masked man rode a sorrel horse.
How much would the ranch payroll amount to?
I guess it tallied out to around $1,500.
Let's get him on the wagon. Say, Doc, got any plaster of Paris in the bag?
Why, yeah, I guess so. I got a pound or so.
Thanks.
to do with that?
The man that shot Belden was riding a lame horse. Take a look at that hoof print. Wasn't made by Belden's horse. You notice anything odd about it?
Yeah, one hole seems to have a nail missing.
That's right. Left front hoof. The horse was favoring it. Print isn't as deep as the others.
I still don't see what that's got to do with plaster of Paris.
I'll show you. You're about to witness the latest wrinkle in detection as practiced by the French Sûreté.
The what?
I read about it in Leslie's Monthly. It's called moulage, making plaster casts out of footprints and other things.
How much longer do you think it'll be?
Should be ready pretty quick now.
Say, Clay, do you think that Belden could have been killed by his foreman?
Ben Riker?
He's got a bad record, you know.
I know.
The business of him coming in for the dock and guiding us back here.
I'll talk to him. Perfect. Look at that. Every detail sharp and clear. You can even see that little triangular gouge in the frog of the hoof. Yeah. Come on, let's get back to town.
I want you to know, Sheriff, I don't hold no hard feelings. On account of you might have figured that I bushwhacked the boss. What with my background.
I have to check all the angles, Riker.
I know that. And I reckon it looked as though I could have done it. I liked my boss. I'd give my right arm from here on out to see the snake that killed him dangling at the end of a rope.
Maybe you will.
Well, if you want me, you know where to find me.
Don't worry. If I want you, I'll find you.
Gentry.
Hello, Sheriff.
Obliged you take a look at this for me.
Sure, what is it?
Plaster cast of a hoof print.
Well, so it is.
You ever seen that shoe before?
Would it matter if I have or haven't?
Might make the difference in whether or not I catch the man that killed Tom Belden.
Tom Belden of the Box B?
That's right. Mean anything to you?
Being a law-abiding citizen, Sheriff, I want to tell the truth. But if I do, I'm as good as accusing a man of murder.
Then you do recognize it.
I put that shoe on Asa Sibley's horse just a couple of days ago.
Are you sure it's the same one?
You see that missing nail?
Huh?
I left it out of purpose. Sibley's horse had a corn in his hoof. That nail would have gone right into it. I left it out to give the corn a chance to heal.
Well, couldn't it be some other shoe that just happened to be missing a nail?
Ain't a blacksmith around worth his salt that can't tell every shoe he ever made. By the shapings of it, even the hammer markings. That's my shoe, and I put it on Asa Sibley's horse.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's a real nice chestnut. You figure the owner might want to sell?
No, I don't figure so. I'm the owner.
I can't say as I blame you.
I can do without visitors.
You always greet him with a rifle, Sibley?
All the friends I ever had stole me blind sooner or later.
I'm not in what you could call a friendly mood. I'm Clay Hollister, sheriff of Tombstone. I'm here on business.
What business?
Tom Belden was killed yesterday afternoon. Hoof prints at the scene of the shooting could have been made by your horse.
Well, that's a lie. I ain't been out of this place in 2 days.
Can you prove it?
No. I live by myself.
2 days, huh? Is that when you took your horse in to be shod?
Well, what if it was?
Gantry shod your horse with the shoe that made the incriminating print.
He said that? Then he's a liar. And you're a liar. You're out to get me, the lot of you. Sheriff?
Put down the gun, Sibley.
Now you get back on that horse and get out of here. I ain't done nothing. Now you get.
You're calling it.
I don't like it. But if you have to have it the hard way, I'll oblige. You let go. You let go of me. Hey! What? You have no right. I'll get even with you, sir. Huh? Suppose it makes no difference to you that you got the wrong man.
Maybe the wrong man, but it looks like you own the right horse.
Sheriff. What'd you have to do, kill him?
No, it turned out he was the wrong man.
Wrong man. But that plaster cast showed a nail missing from the shoe.
Yeah? We made a mistake. Sibley's horse does have a nail missing from one shoe, but the shoe itself doesn't match the cast. Thanks for your help anyway.
Yeah.
You wanted to see me, Gantry?
Likely to be the other way around, if you hear what I've got to say.
About what?
About who killed Belden?
What do you mean?
I mean, I know who killed Belden. So does Hollister, only he's not doing anything about it.
How do you know all about this?
Hollister was here with a plaster cast of the hoof print of the horse the murderer was riding. I know who owned that horse. I told Hollister, and he went out to see the man. He came back alone, though.
Who was it?
The horse belonged to Asa Sibley.
I'm gonna go out there and kill him myself.
No, Riker. That's not the way. You'll just wind up on the end of a rope. Now, Belden had a lot of friends, and they'll feel like we do once we tell them about it.
Clay, Gantry and Ben Riker are spreading lynch talk against Sibley all over town.
Yeah, I know it.
Well, what's worse, they're getting plenty of listeners. I don't like it.
I don't either, so I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to put Sibley under protective custody. I'll feel better with him in a cell instead of out on that sage patch of his.
He's a funny old duck. What if he won't cooperate?
He will. I think he's had his belly full of not cooperating.
The afternoon of November 29, 1883. Asa Sibley had no mind or stomach for one of Tombstone's jail cells. But whether by recollection of the sheriff's fists or by the persuasiveness of his arguments, the sodbuster finally gave in.
Looks like I win again. You want to play for a penny a point?
Oh, thank you. Can't have the deputy making more money than the sheriff. Hey, were you ever a dealer? A crooked one, maybe?
They tell me you got that murdering Sibley in jail here.
Yeah, Sibley's here.
Well, then you change your mind? You're gonna make him pay for killing the boss?
No, Riker, Sibley didn't do it. He's innocent. But you and Gantry have been spreading lynch talk. And I'm taking no chances on mob action.
Well, you got a lot of gall to stand there and tell me you're protecting him.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, what about Tom Belden?
You just take it easy, boy.
Take it easy? Hollister, you know what Tom Belden did for me? You know what I was when he took me on as a hand?
Yeah, Tom was a good judge of horses, cattle, and men. He made no mistake on you, Ben. Don't you make a mistake now.
Well, I ain't gonna wait for no lynch mob.
I'll just keep this for you until you cool down. Quint, see that he stays out of trouble.
On the surface, Tombstone was calm, but in the saloons and gambling halls, there was ferment. Gantry and Riker had done their job well. The situation was explosive, and all it needed now was a spark to set it off.
Harris.
Oh, morning, Clay.
I want you to do something for me.
What is it?
I want you to go down to Gantry's blacksmith shop and get him up here to the printing plant on some pretext. And keep him here as long as you can.
Gantry, what for?
Because he was wrong about that hoof print belonging to Sibley's horse. He was wrong, or he lied. There's only one logical reason for him to lie, to cover himself. Besides, there's something else. Gantry owns a chestnut horse. To a dying man, that could look the same color as sorrel. Well, how about it? Will you do it for me?
When?
Right now. You give me about, 5 minutes head start, and go into your act. Tell Gantry that, well, tell him that the press broke down. You need him to repair it.
All right. But you just remember, that Gantry is about twice as big as I am. That makes me a prime candidate for Doc Cunningham. Or for Jake Riddle, the Undertaker.
Well, Harris, I have complete confidence in you.
Well, I wish I could say the same.
Owen, if there's any trouble, you stay out of it.
Afternoon. Howdy. Gantry, I've got myself in something of a fix. I wonder if you could help me out.
Well, not if it's right now, I can't.
Oh, listen, man, I've got a copy of the newspaper to get out today. And the bed of that press won't seem to move one way or another. One of the rollers is either jammed or cracked.
Well, I'd like to help you, but I gotta get this wheel out.
Well, it won't take you but a minute, Gantry. To look at it, if it looks like too big a job, you can just forget about it.
Well, I guess I can spare a minute.
Well, I'm sure much obliged to you. I don't like to miss an edition if I don't have to.
Nothing wrong with that press. Gears, bed bearers, nothing. Say, you haven't been stalling me, just trying to keep me here, have you?
Of course not. Why would I do a thing like that?
I don't know, but if it turns out you have, I'll come back to take things apart, not to fix them.
Looking for something, Hollister?
I'm looking for something.
What?
Money you stole from Belden after you killed him.
What are you talking about? You know Asa Sibley killed Belden.
No, Gantry. When Sibley brought a lame horse into you, and you left a nail out of its shoe, you saw a golden opportunity to pull a job that you'd been thinking about for a long time.
Oh, I'll talk. I ain't gonna listen to it.
Tom Belden paid his hands off like clockwork. He came to the bank a certain day of every month, certain hour of the day. Your job on Sibley's horse coincided. So you fixed up a shoe on your own horse, missing a nail, and went out to waylay Belden. He was right on time, as usual.
You said the murderer's horse was lame. My horse ain't lame.
No, not now. You were smarter there than I gave you credit for, Gantry. How'd you fake it? With a wedge pressing into the frog or a piece of wire around the ankle?
You can't prove a thing.
Yes, I can. The moulage I made doesn't match the shoe on your horse now because you got panicky and put on a new one. But the cast does show a little triangular gouge your horse has in the frog of his hoof. And I found that horseshoe, the one you tried to destroy.
Drop your gun bell, lawman.
That the gun that killed Tom Belden? You better think twice about this, Gantry. Gunshot in here will bring a crowd running. How do you explain it?
I'm gonna shoot you in the back, Hollister. Then I can say it was a mistake. I saw you in here and thought you were a thief. Now turn around.
He had Belden's money on him all the time. Where were you, Harris? Could have used a little help. I try to keep those jail cells clean and ship-shape, but they're no substitute for home, huh, Sibley?
Well, thanks for all you've done for me, Sheriff.
Sibley, I came pretty close to making a jackass out of myself, or worse.
Well, whatever you done it for Belden.
No, listen, a man lives lonely and solitary like you do. Well, it ain't right for a man to live that way, and, well, there's other places he could be useful.
Are you offering me a job, Riker?
Well, now, don't go thinking it's charity, because it ain't.
Well, I'll think about it.
You do that.
Well,
If anyone needs proof that the age of miracles isn't past, there it is.
Yeah, they are kind of an unlikely pair. This goes to show you never can tell.
Say, Harris, how about a game of cribbage?
Sheriff, now you are in trouble.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be, 'cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, to Tombstone territory.
The outskirts of Tombstone, Arizona Territory. The West has been a haven for all kinds of people, the misfits, the wanderers, and the nonconformists. Some burned with a unique faith that they moved under the special favor of the Creator, and that he would provide them with their haven of plenty.
Tabitha. Oh.
What's the matter? What happened?
Don't tell Elias, Simon. Please, Sister Mary, don't tell him. He'll be displeased with me.
But he should know.
Sister, the baby. It's near your time. Not yet. Not yet.
Tabitha.
I'll be fine, Elias. I'll be fine. But she just took a spell from the heat.
We've reached the end of our journey. This place shall be our land of plenty.
The Lord be praised.
Yes, let us thank him for leading us through the wilderness, for helping us to persevere where others have failed. Let us pray.
But what about Ben? He went after the sheep and he hasn't come back yet.
Your brother can pray his thanks when he comes. We will pray ours now. Oh, Lord, we thank you.
An actual account from the pages of my newspaper, the Tombstone Epitaph. This is the way it happened, in the town too tough to die.
Tombstone Territory.
May 10, 1881. The newcomers received their welcome to the West.
This yours?
Ben.
Yes, he's Ben Ashdown with our party. Who are you, sir?
Clear out, mister. You and your whole ragtag bobtail outfit. Clear off this land. And keep out of Tombstone, understand?
Who are you?
The name's Lige Crown. My ranch is up yonder, and you ain't my choice for neighbors. Is that enough?
Lige for Elijah. Surely, Mr. Crown.
Listen, we've had your kind around here before. With all your strange ways, full of pious spoutings, wearing them clothes and setting example for our young'uns. We know all about you.
You've never seen us before. This is the farthest west any of our people have ever come.
Yes, and you're going farther. Today.
We don't believe in violence. But we won't leave. The land is here for all. We ask only the right to live and work in peace on a small portion of it.
If you're not going by tomorrow, you'll get a small portion. 6 feet long and 6 feet deep. Come on!
May 11, 1881. street fighting was not unusual in Tombstone. But when youngsters were involved, it was time to intervene.
Give him a good one. Get him on. Boy. Get in there.
All right, that's enough. Stop it. You should feel proud of yourselves, 3 against 1. Now go on home.
Let him finish it up, Harris. Might be one way to get rid of him and his friends.
Sure, we sure don't want him around here.
He did fine, boys, fine.
Let's see Sheriff about this. Come along?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Harris Clyburn.
My name's Ben Ashdown, sir.
I'm glad to know you, Ben. You're from that new camp outside of town.
Yes, sir. Looking for a job in town. Doesn't much look like I'll get one, does it?
What can you do?
Work hard and learn.
Well, maybe I can find you something here at the Epitaph.
Well, I can read and write.
Well, good. $2 a week. You start at 8 in the morning.
Well, I'll be here, Mr. Clyburn. Are you a godly man?
Well, now that you mention it.
Well, that's good. If you weren't, Elder Ransom wouldn't let me take the job.
Oh, Harris? That's the boy that started that street brawl?
Well, that isn't exactly the way it was, Clay. 3 of the town boys attacked Ben here. I guess I interrupted their pleasure.
You from that camp outside of town, huh?
Yes, sir.
You people planning on staying?
Why, I reckon so, sir. Elder Ransom says this is the place the Lord picked for us to settle down.
Oh, he did.
Oh, what's it all about, Clay? Why all the excitement over 4 boys scuffling in the street?
Well, there's more to it than that, Harris. I've been asked to get these people out of Tombstone.
Ben, why don't you go in the back room for a few minutes and look around? You know, kind of get acquainted with the place. He goes to work for me tomorrow morning.
Harris, those people have to go. It's for their own protection.
You letting the town crackpots put a burr under your saddle?
Oh, you know me better than that. Just they don't belong. They'll be the cause of trouble, violence. They're
different?
Of course they are. Look, for my part, they can stay as long as they want to. I'm just trying to keep them from getting hurt and keep the town out of trouble.
They dress differently, they act differently, maybe they worship God a little differently. And every ignorant hammerhead in Tombstone hates them for it. May 12, a rainy afternoon in Tombstone. There were other storm clouds gathering that day.
Yes? I told you to get out.
Yeah, you tell him, Lige.
Why don't he fight back?
Yeah, well, don't you fight if you want to stay so bad.
Elias, don't.
We don't use violence. We got our town just the way we like it. We don't want your kind here.
That's Elder Ransom.
We'll make a place for ourselves.
Leave him alone.
Ben! Crowd!
If you're looking for somebody who'll fight back, try me.
You gonna throw me in jail now, Sheriff?
You know how people feel. Why do you come into town?
We came to find a doctor for my wife.
I'm sorry. The doctor's riding circuit, visiting the ranches. He won't be back for a couple of days.
Thank you for your help. However, it wasn't necessary.
Oh, you come in here so chock full of good intentions.
You think that's enough to keep you from getting near killed?
The Lord watches over us.
Well, in other places, maybe. But when they wrote about a place where angels feared to walk, they meant Tombstone. Now you better find yourself another place.
I think not.
Sheriff?
Yeah?
You're the boss here in Tombstone.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Ransom.
Tests us all in many ways. I'm proud of him. He once was a man of terrible violence.
That's right, sir. Was a time when I'd have broken that man like a twig.
The night of May 12.
Well?
We want to talk to you, Hollister.
About Elder Ransom.
They gotta go, Sheriff. We don't want them in Tombstone.
They're not in Tombstone.
5 miles away, it's the same thing. I mean, they walk around with their funny clothes and their preachy ways, and the first thing you know it, their young'uns are with our young'uns, and we gotta answer a lot of questions.
They come into my store, and my good customers won't come in no more.
Why not?
Because they... Well, I don't know. Because they won't, that's why.
If you've got something they want to buy, they'll come in no matter who else is there.
Now, don't try any of your fancy talk, Harris, because it won't do no good.
These people ain't our kind. They don't belong here.
Well, what do you gentlemen suggest that I do?
Root them out of here, that's what.
And you do something about it before somebody else does.
Now, you listen to me before you get into real trouble. I'll handle this the way I see fit. And if you people try to do it your way, you'll all end up back there in the lockup with your wives feeding you soup through the bars. That clear?
Just root them out of here, Hollister.
Well, you heard it. If I let those people stay, there's going to be bloodshed. I can't have that.
Clay, Ransom, and his party are in this county, and their rights are in jeopardy. You're sheriff of this county and committed by oath to protect those rights.
And you know what they say? They say the Lord told him to settle here. And if they stay here, you know what'll happen? There'll be more of them coming here. And how'd you like your kids marrying up with them? What'd Hollister say when you talked to him?
Well, he said we dasn't.
Did he say what he was gonna do?
No, not exactly.
If the sheriff don't protect the citizens, then what?
And the citizens gotta protect themselves.
You're right. Yes. Somebody go heat up the tar bucket.
Well, that woman's gonna have a baby right quick.
Then let her have it on the trail. That's where I was born, and it didn't hurt me none. Come on. Let's get it.
Lige Crown was a determined man, and a dangerous one.
They won't listen to me. I've got to go out to that camp.
And chase him down the trail.
No, the time for talking's done, Harris. If I let them stay
with you.
Gotta get the doctor.
What's the trouble? He's still away.
The baby. Mrs. Ransom's having the baby.
Oh,
May 12, 1882.
hold it. Come on, this way's quicker.
Is Elder Ransom there?
No, he's looking for the doctor.
Come on.
When we arrived at the camp of Elias Ransom and his people, it was evident the time was near.
Do you know anything about... I mean, have you ever done... Can you help?
I'm Brother Simon Webb. I helped birth both my boys back in Ohio. I can help.
Good. Just tell Miss Ashdown what you need. She'll help you.
Yes, sir.
Now, don't you worry, Mrs. Ransom. Everything's going to be just fine.
Where's Elias?
He's gone for the doctor. But I'm afraid we can't wait.
I'm not afraid.
Good.
A bucket of hot tar was steaming on the bar of the Oriental. All Lige Crown was waiting for was the rail.
Looks like I'm out.
Hey!
Here he is.
Yeah, here's what we've been waiting for. We'll give Ransom a nice long ride on that. All right, men, drink up. The drinks are on me.
Kind of small, isn't he, Harris?
They come that way.
Well, different. Something special.
Born into trouble. Didn't have a thing to say about it.
Clay Hollister's deputy, Lee Yeagley, watched Crown's men pile out of the Oriental.
All right, boys, we'll see you.
He rode hard for the camp.
Town's eating up fast, Clay. Looks like it's going to blow.
Well, how soon do you figure they'll get
They
here?
should be here soon. They were pouring out of the Oriental when I left.
Harris, I gotta get them out of here.
How?
Well, not down the trail, if that's what you mean. I just gotta get them to move the campsite a little bit until I can get those yahoos simmered down.
Clay, you won't be able to move them even at gunpoint.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Or maybe I can move Crown and those others. Maybe.
Unable to find the doctor, Elder Ransom arrived with two townswomen who had volunteered to help.
Mother and son are doing fine.
Mother? Elder, you've got to move your camp. There's a mob headed this way from town.
I'm going to see my son.
Look, you don't understand this country. It's rough. The people in it are rough. The way they handle their problems is crude, but it's very effective. And right now, you represent a problem to them. If you're still here when they get here, it'd be a bad thing to see. Not even your son will be spared.
No, Sheriff. We've been chased and hounded halfway across the country. Why? All we want is to make a place for ourselves, a place to live and work. No, sir, the time for running is past. The Lord has ordained this as our home. My son has been born here. This is where we will stay.
Isn't he beautiful? Oh, Mrs. Ransom, he's a beautiful baby.
Thank you.
Strong, too. Just listen to him holler. This is no place for a man.
I got an idea.
We stayed through the night. Clay Hollister had talked with the townswomen. If his plan didn't work, we were prepared for the worst. The morning of May 13, 1882.
They put up a fight. You know what to do.
Miss Woolsey, you get out of here. I suppose you'll shoot me if I don't, Lige Crown. Well, I'm not going to. Not gonna budge.
Hannah?
Don't you Hannah me, Henry Woolsey. I'd like to know what you think you're doing riding around the hills all night yelling like a wild Indian.
Oh, we're gonna get rid of these folks. Drive them out of Tombstone.
They don't belong here, Mrs. Woolsey.
Like to know why not? I'd be proud to have them as my neighbors. I suppose you think 'cause they ain't exactly like us, we gotta treat them like heathens.
Well, let them go someplace else. Why'd they have to stop here?
I remind you, John Harker, we all had our reasons for coming west, and none of us come from the same place. And we all learned to live together.
They ain't our kind of folks.
Well, there ain't nothing so special about you, Lige Crown. You ain't greedy, not much. You just want all the land that's next to yours. Well, these folks won't take up much room. And I say they're welcome to it.
You ain't gonna let a couple of women stop you. Come on!
John! What's in that pail?
Tar, huh? You want to put tar and feathers on somebody. Here, start with him. He's liable to do something terrible if you leave him be.
How do you like it, Lige? Being on the outside. Don't be afraid of us, Mr. Crown. We're good neighbors.
Boy, what a night.
Not a shot fired. I'm proud of you.
All right, Harris, go ahead and say it.
Nothing left to say. Mrs. Woolsey said it all.
Boy, if she ever runs for sheriff, I quit.
Good night, Clay.
Good night, Harris.
Rather, I should say good morning. Clay, before that baby is much older, the rule of the gun in this territory will end. I think you'll be just as valuable to have around then as now.
Thanks.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be. Whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory.
Tombstone, Arizona Territory, March 6, 1886.
Wait. Oh, Harris.
I was going to ask you to ride out with me, but, I see you're busy.
Just doing the rounds. Right out where?
Going out to meet Sam Barrett. Thought I'd ride in with him.
Sam Barrett?
The newspaper man. Finest in the West.
Oh, I thought you were, Harris.
I've been writing about him for a week. Don't you read my...
You go on ahead. I'm going to stay around here. I got some things to do.
Sure. I'll see you later.
Oh, when he gets settled in, I'd like to meet him.
Welcome to Tombstone, Sam. An actual account from the pages of my newspaper that... Sam Barrett, a newspaperman from Denver, had been welcomed to Tombstone by a committee of one. A gunman who had shot and killed him on the road a few miles out of town. Pete!
Barrett. Where'd you find him?
Outside of town a few miles. I saw it, Clay.
You saw who killed him?
Vic Reel.
The man who works for Douglas Jason. Pete, get our horses. You and I are going to ride out to Jason's place.
have you been?
Don't talk to me like a 2-year-old, Jason.
Talk? I'll kill you if you do it again. Where have you been?
I've been out, riding around.
Where have you been riding?
Denver. I rode to Denver and I told the marshal that the Taylor gang's in Tombstone. I told him all that money from those train robberies is buried right here on the ranch. I told him because I want to hang.
Get back to the barn and go to work. Wait a minute. What's Jess doing coming back here?
How do I know?
The man ambushed riding into town. That newspaper editor saw the whole thing. He was there.
Nobody was there. He's lying.
You did it. You got the law on us. You made 4 years count for nothing.
Get down off that horse, Jess. Get down! Get down, Jess. Come on, get inside. Move. So now I've got me some orders to give, Jason. You too, Jesse, and that goes for the rest of the boys.
You better give them fast, Vic. That sheriff is going to come riding in here any minute now.
And you're gonna take care of him for me.
I am?
Yeah, you are. Just like my brother took care of you. He sat in that jail, and he waited, and he hanged, and he didn't talk.
Your brother didn't take any chance that I didn't, or that you or Jess here didn't.
Well, like I said, he didn't talk, and he could have.
We would have helped him, if we could have.
We didn't hang him, Vic.
I know you didn't. Sam Barrett did. Sam Barrett, the Denver newspaper man. You remember him, don't you? Oh, he did some fine, fancy preaching in that newspaper of his, didn't he? Ben's life, or innocent lives lost in the Taylor gang robberies. In case you forgot, the people listened to him, and they hanged Ben.
So you had to kill Sam Barrett. No matter what it cost us. All of us.
It wasn't supposed to cost nothing, Jason. I didn't plan on nobody seeing it happen.
They're here now, the sheriff and the deputy.
Now, you listen to me close, Jason. You too, Jesse. You get that newspaper man, you hear? Ain't gonna be no proof without no witness. Now, I'm gonna go with the sheriff for 2 days. 2 days. And then I start talking. I tell all I know about the Taylor gang.
None of us could afford that. Put the gun away. You'll be out before 2 days.
Mr. Jason?
Sheriff Hollister.
I want to talk to your man here.
To Vic?
To Vic. You're under arrest. The charge is murder. Sam Barrett.
Well, you must be joking, Sheriff.
Barrett was ambushed on his way into town. There was a witness. He saw you.
Now, wait a minute. Who's Sam Barrett?
Just a man. Let's go.
Sheriff, Vic has worked for me ever since I've been in the territory. He's a good man. You're wrong.
We'll find out at the trial. Now, Mr. Jason, I don't know you very well, but I probably will before this is over. You can be very helpful if you want to.
I don't like it, Jason.
Oh, we'll get him out, Jess. We'll get him out, as he'll wish he were back in. Vic Real is a dead man, any way you look at it.
You're gonna hang, Reel.
For what?
I don't know why you did it, but you'll hang.
You're out of your mind, newsman. You're trying to sell a few papers. You better look for something else.
Hey, you dirty!
Tell him to get his hands off me, Hollister. Tell him!
Pete.
Your aim's still good.
Huh?
I asked whether your aim was still good.
Yeah, that's still good.
All right. And get that newsman. We have to do as our friend Vic says.
But why me? Why not Red or...
Because I said you.
So it started all over again, huh? I don't like it. 4 years now and no trouble. And now it's starting all over again.
This is the last. So your aim is still good, huh?
When, Jason?
Tonight.
I know it seems meaningless, Harris, but everything has to have a reason.
Then what is it? There was no robbery committed, and Sam Barrett didn't have any enemies. At least not out here.
There was a motive. There had to be. This wasn't just a thrill killing. If Reel had wanted that, he would have found something in Tombstone. He didn't need Barrett for that.
Then why Sam?
I don't know. But I'm going to find out.
Anything I can do to help, Clay?
No, you just get your paper out. Something will show up. For all these telegrams we've sent out, something's got to happen.
We could use a little luck.
Yeah, that's generally what we get. A very little.
March 8, 1886, early morning. Douglas Jason's plan of murder had failed. Vic Reel was still lodged in the Tombstone jail, and Clay Hollister was taking every precaution to see that he remained there until he stood trial for the killing of Sam Barrett.
Jason has 3 or 4 other men beside Reel. You know anything about them?
Yeah, but no more than you do, only by sight.
Well, that does it. All the flyers over 4 years old. Nothing there.
Why all of a sudden interest in Doug Jason and his men?
Reel has no other associations in Tombstone except them. Now, he kills a man. And somebody takes a pot shot at the only witness who can identify him as a murderer. He's important to somebody. When I find out more about his past, I'll know who.
You think Jason could be involved?
Well, anything is possible. What do we know about him?
Not very much. Came to Tombstone 4 years ago, before either one of us did.
And nobody from town has ever been out to his ranch. All the men he hired are supposedly from different parts of the country, and they never come into town, so we don't know anything about them.
Yeah. Well, I've wired every news source I have.
Yeah, and all my official ones. You know, Harris, this is something more than just a senseless murder.
How's the shoulder? Gonna live, Pete. Thanks.
No replies at the telegraph office yet.
Old Jake's been doing more sending than he did when the governor was here.
He wants to know when you sleep.
Don't remind me.
You know, Axe's food hasn't gotten a bit better.
Boy, you sure are hard to please. You should feel yourself lucky that you're here to eat it at all. Listen to me. I got an idea.
What's that, Clay?
I got a hunch I know who's behind this. I think I can force him to make a move. One last time, Reel. Why'd you kill Barrett? You answer, you're gonna save a lot of bloodshed.
You don't make good sense, Sheriff.
Look, boy, it's all over for you. You're gonna stand trial tomorrow, and you'll take what punishment the judge and jury decide is right for you. But you got a chance to do a decent thing. Maybe even save a life.
You get out of here, Sheriff. I don't have to talk to you about nothing. You think you got it all figured out, haven't you? Well, there you go, be surprised.
You're the one who's gonna be surprised. I have got it figured out.
Vic Reel had refused to talk, and Clay Hollister, in an effort to uncover the motive behind the killing of Sam Barrett, decided on a plan of action. Douglas Jason was to be the starting point.
It's a fine-looking cattle, Jason. Ought to bring a good price. Must be money in ranching. I decided I'm going to get myself one.
Why not? You figuring on grabbing your share and leaving?
Yep.
Well, it's time for it. Where are you heading?
Mexico.
There's just one more thing to be done. Vic. He'll be out soon. Why don't you take him with you? Long, hard ride to Mexico? Anything could happen on the way.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I took care of that newspaper man. That's it. That was the last. I got money now. I'm like you. I'm gonna live right.
After you take care of Vic. Nobody else leaves the ranch, not yet. Nothing unusual is gonna happen. Everything stays just the same.
What do I get out of it?
What do we all get? No more trouble. A ranch in Mexico.
All right. But I swear this is the last. What does he want?
Who?
The sheriff.
Back to work.
Mr. Jason.
Oh, Sheriff.
One of your men told me you were out here in the barn.
What can I do for you?
Reel's trial starts tomorrow. We have a lot of questions we'd like to ask you. I told you could be very helpful.
Tomorrow?
Yes, the circuit judge rides in the morning, and Reel will be the first order of business. You see, somebody's trying to stop this trial before it gets started. So I figure the sooner the better.
Who's trying to stop it?
I don't know. But somebody took a pot shot at my witness last night. Luckily, he wasn't killed.
Well, I'm afraid I can't help you, Sheriff. Vic has only worked for me a couple of years.
4. 4 years.
Yes, about. I mind my own business. I don't know much about Vic, but what he does is really his own affair.
Well, be at the trial anyway, 11 o'clock.
Oh, I'll be there. I don't like trouble, Sheriff.
Neither do I. So there's not going to be any. I have my witness in protective custody, and I'm riding out this afternoon to see the judge safely into town. See you tomorrow.
I asked Red to round you up fast for a reason. The Taylor gang has one last job to do.
Wait a minute, Jason. You never told us that.
Shut up and listen, Red.
The man who saw Reel kill Sam Barrett is still alive. He was only wounded. Sheriff has him in jail in protective custody.
Then let Jess go back and do it right. Why should we stick our necks out?
Shut up and listen. Now, Reel goes on trial tomorrow. Sheriff is riding out to meet the judge this afternoon. He won't be back till tomorrow morning. You all know what'll happen if that trial ever gets started. Because once they start asking questions, they'll never stop.
Then let's clear out now. Let's split the money and go.
No. They'd know then for sure. They got us all identified. There'll be no more hiding out. We gotta do it, Red.
Do what?
You'll keep your mouth shut and listen, I'll tell you. We get the witness and Vic and anybody else in that jail that can identify us.
They'll know we did it.
How? They'll have nothing to go on, Red. This is going to be very good, like a citizens committee, all worked up by this newsman's editorials. The citizens will simply be taking justice into their own hands. The editor will get killed accidentally. I don't want a lot of stuff in the newspapers every day about why did this happen and who's behind it.
Who takes care of Vic?
We all do.
How?
We hang him. Right in his own cell. Just as a good citizens committee would do.
We're all set here. How about it? You still think it'll work?
Oh, I sure hope so.
Pete? Yeah? Come on in here a minute, will you? Harris, I'll bet my last dollar that Barrett's killing is gonna uncover something real big.
Yeah, Clay.
I want to go over this just one more time. Now remember, the main thing is for you not to make a move until I do.
Dawn, March 9, 1886.
Jason! Tell your men to drop their guns. You're surrounded. I've got you in a crossfire.
Drop your pistol. Captures Taylor gang.
Couldn't be much bigger, could it?
Now watch. Say, how's her shoulder?
Oh, fine. You know, the Taylor gang was one of the most notorious train robbery crews in the West. And they say it was Sam Barrett's newspaper crusade that made them stop. I only wish he could have known this.
Well, maybe he does.
Whistle me up a memory, whistle me back where I wanna be, whistle a tune that'll carry me to Tombstone territory. If your past has run afoul of the law, it's a handy place to be. 'Cause your future's just as good as your draw in Tombstone territory. Whistle me up a memory,